online classes. As we started the chapter polar regions of the previous week, let us we see in the today's class the part 2 session of the polar regions is with the titles of the people of the tundra regions, the people of the tundra regions, and also group life, hunting and fishing, group life, hunting and fishing. With these titles today we will continue the chapter. See, the people of the tundra regions, the people of the tundra regions is known as Eskimos. The people of the tundra regions, the people who live in the tundra regions are called Eskimos. Suppose the people at present who are living in the North Pole side, the people who are just living based on hunting and gathering of the people, and these people are very isolated from us, from our region peoples. That people, Eskimos, are very different than us. Their livelihoods, their habitual activities are very different than us. So the people who live in the tundra regions are called Eskimos. The article is the region of vast treeless plains, icy seas, and barren rocky islands. This harsh, cold land is the home of 8th class students. No, the home of Eskimos. What is the home of Eskimos? Where do the Eskimos used to live? The Eskimos used to live in the polar regions where the places are like treeless plains, icy seas, and barren rocky islands. This harsh cold land is the home of the Eskimos. They live in the scattered settlements in Greenland, Canada, Alaska, and Siberia. For thousands of years, the Eskimos were isolated. Isolated means separated, different from other people. They lived by hunting and fishing, and they developed a way of life well suited to their homeland. Which means here this was the situation where we are comparing the Eskimos or the people who are used to live in the polar regions based on the fishing, hunting. Their life is very different. Question may ask you as 2 marks, where do the who are called Eskimos? The people who live in the polar regions are called Eskimos, and what are their habitual activities? They depend on the fishing, hunting, and they are very isolated from us. They are different from us. Their motherland, their homeland is that where the regions are available based on in the different activities. They will continue their livelihoods. We can expect the Eskimos' traditional way of life developed to meet the challenges of the far north. This section describes the way of life which the Eskimos followed until recently. The most commonly accepted meaning of the Eskimo is snowshoe knitter. The meaning of Eskimo is snowshoe knitter. There are two main groups referred to as Eskimos: Inuit and Yupik, which is in the Eskimos language. Inuit in their language means the people or the real people. Inuit means what? People or the real people. The Eskimos are descendants of Siberia, now a part of Russia in the northern Asia. Eskimos are descendants of Siberia, now a part of Russia in the North Asia. These are the people. The Eskimos are descendants of the Siberia, which is located at present in the Russia in the North Asia. Eskimo languages have been spoken for the thousands of years, but they were not written down until modern times. There are three main languages: Aleut, Yupik, and Inupic. These are the three languages which were spoken by the Eskimos. But these are the languages only usage in the speaking only, not in the writing and reading available. These languages, which languages are speaking by the Eskimos. What are the three languages spoken by the Eskimos? If I ask you a question, you have to write answer. Aleut, Yupik, and the Inupic. The Eskimos first entered North America about 5,000 years ago across the Bering Straits from Asia. Today, the Eskimo population is not large, but it is growing. However, the Eskimo population previously is not large, but at present it is growing. It was increased. However, the India's population also increased. Eskimo population also increased. Group life of the Eskimos will live not individually. Eskimos will live the grouply, combinedly with several groups will togetherly they will live here. The Eskimos live in the fairly small groups. So there are villages of the over 500 people on the northern Alaska coast. A typical group might have 25 to 45 people. Eastern groups move from the place to place throughout the year, following a fairly fixed order of seasonal activities. They spend the winter near the coast, hunting for seals and fishing in summer. They move inland to hunt caribou and gather berries, and sometimes they cover a cruise circuit of about 1,100 kilometers across snow and ice on the sledges pulled by the dogs, and they travel on water in open boats called umiaks. In the recent times, motorboats have largely replaced sledges and kayaks, which means the people of the Eskimos they gather nearly 25 to 45 people in groups. They will travel from the all areas of the polar regions where they used to live in that regions. There they will travel nearly 25 to 45 people. So one group by gathering they will travel from, and also they will hold their things to the dogs in the icy regions, in the cold regions, and they will go continuously in this manner. Close cooperation is important if the members of an Eskimo group are to survive in their harsh land. Group members would work together in the activities such as hunting. For example, in the eastern groups, 10 to 12 hunters would be needed to harpoon, which means 10 to 12 members will be take in their hands the harpoon. So group members would work together in activities such as hunting. For example, in eastern group, 10 to 12 hunters would be needed to harpoon, which means harpoon. What is harpoon? Harpoon means it is one of the weapon. See here given, harpoon means it is one of the weapon which they will use while they hunting animals in the polar region. So what is harpoon? Harpoon is nothing. Here harpoon is one of the equipment which was used by the Eskimos while they hunting animals in the polar regions. Harpoon seals at their breathing holes in the winter and sea ice, and much larger groups over the 100 people would work together to hunt the caribou and large sea mammals such as whales, and some activities are carried out by the individuals and small family groups, and tracking bears and fishing with nets and gathering berries, which means these are they will use nets also, as we studied in the 7th class. They will use nets also to hunt the animals, to do different activities. So animals also they will use. They will use all the equipments like in the fishing, as we studied in the previous classes. But here the different equipments which they are using, like harpoon. These are the weapons they are using to hunt and to kill the big and massive animals here, like mammals. These are the animals also are hunted by the Eskimos. Hunting and fishing, because they depend on hunting and fishing to live. Eskimos are highly skilled at these activities. Caribou hunting is the essential for the nearly all Eskimo groups. Caribous hunted in the inland during summer and early autumn. In some places, caribous are driven by rows of people into the lakes or narrow streams, where they are spread short with the bows and the arrows or even the harpooned. Sometimes Eskimos set up piles of the stones in long lines to the caribou. The stones look like people in the distance. The caribou would turn away from the lines of the stones and of the cot, which means the caribou is one of the biggest animal which we can see in the figure 4.6. This was the very essential to the. It was very cool. It was very difficult to hunt such as big animals to the Eskimos. Here we can see here Eskimos set up piles of the stones in the long lines to the caribou. The stones look like people in the distance to caribou, and the caribou would turn away from the lines of the stones and be caught, which means they will be catch this animal in this manner. They will arrange the big stones in a line. When the stones were seen by the caribou will come near the stones, because to caribou the stones will seems like people, humans, and it comes nearby them, and at that time it will be easy to the Eskimos to catch this animal. This was the process which is they are planned for the catching of caribou animal. Deep muddy water or through holes in the ice, they are spread in the shallow clear water in their waves and low dams of the stones placed across the streams. Fish are chased into the where by the people and wading in the streams and are caught by the skilled hunters with three pronged and spears. And Eskimos also use the barbel's bone hook on short on lines on the fish of the holes in this ice in the winter form of the edges of the ice, and in spring seals are harpooned from the edges of ice floe or from the kayaks, and kayaks are small canoe like the boats made of the animals and skins stretches over the wooden frame, which means here these are the different activities which we can expect in the various manners what in the fishing they are using, like the animals where they can find big animals, so towards of that they have the special equipment to catch that. Here that we can guess here, which means they are prepared like figure 4.7 which we can see in the icy regions where they were prepared vehicle with the dogs, how they are traveling. The behind there is one of the two-wheelered seat, and that was pulling by the dogs. Here the dogs are running that vehicle. So these are the equipments which are used in the different manner by the Eskimos in the polar regions. Next we will see here food. What is the main food to the Eskimos? However we can guess that what they are hunting, that only their food items, like fish is their food, and the hunting animals which like the animals like a caribou which they are hunting, that is also their food. Let us we see meat, fat and the fish make up a large part of the Eskimo diet. Vegetables are scarce, which means vegetables will not get very less. Food is not wasted, but as the Eskimos depend on hunting and fishing, hunger and even starvation are common. When fish and the meat are not plentiful, meat and fish caught in the summer are stored in the shallow pits. These pits are dug down the permafrost and covered with the piles of the stones to keep out hungry animals, which means the food items which they are getting, that food items they are storing for the winter season's purpose, which means in summer they will store that food in the pits, in the digged holes. By keeping any mark, they will store these food items, and later on this food they are using as the main important food of the winter. Wood for the burning, fires for the roasting of the baking is scarce in the most of the Eskimo area. Meat and fish are often eaten raw. Meat and fish are often eaten raw, which means uncooked. Without cooking only, they used to eat majority part of the time meat and fish. Raw meat or fish are frozen and cut into the thin strips which are dipped in the whale or oil. Some meat, especially meat from the large sea animal is eaten in a partly decayed state. The thawed meat becomes tender and easy to digest. If food is cooked, it is almost always boiled using the heat form oil lamps, which means this was the basic aspect which we can see, where the food items which they are eating, raw materials, raw items which they are eating, that they are using as just making it into the small pieces, and they are eating it like as the easyable digestive food. Shelters like the houses of the Eskimos. The Eskimo word igloo means shelter. The word igloo means what? The Eskimos word in the Eskimo language, igloo means what? Igloo means shelter. It can refer to any kind of house, not really the dome shaped snow houses that many people associate with the word. In summer, most Eskimos live in the tents made up of animal skins. In western Alaska, very large winter tents are made by placing heavy walrus skins over wood and frames on the northern coast of Alaska. Dome shaped and the houses are built of the logs and well ribs. The dome is raised over a depression in the ground and is covered with the frozen turf. In Greenland, houses are built of stone slabs, which means here they built their houses with the snow. Just in summer only they will prepare their houses with their shelters. They will prepare with the tents, which are also made with animals skins, which animals were hunted by them. With that animals only they will prepare with their skins a tent, like what tent we will use during our functions. Like this, with such tents they are preparing the shelter, like their house they are preparing in the summer. What about in winter? In winter they are preparing their houses with how they are preparing in winter their houses with ice only. They are preparing, they will dig the ice and with ice only they are preparing. Like you can see nude people from Alaska commute in 1999, how they are prepared their house here. See, so this was the portion which was given here. Let us we see next class in the next session about clothing and crafts. Clothing and crafts, we will summing up the polar regions chapter in the next session of the online class. Thank you.